this is the Skipper by Palomar. I have another whole YouTube video all on the intricacies of this little guy. It was actually this amplifier. As some of you might know, and some of you might not know, I recently had dumped on me an estate. And what I mean dumped on me is some friends of mine, or a friend of mine passed. The family gathered up what was left of his radio equipment, which was vast and plentiful and in large quantities. And they tried to put it all up for sale, and they had people show up. And they literally got offered, one guy offered him $2,000 for everything in the estate. And then he's going to remain nameless because we know who he is. We have his name. He just tried to lowball and steal from the family completely. Then we had another guy show up, and he offered him $2,200 for the entire estate. Well, the family came to me and says, "Any of this sound right?" And I'm like, no, not at all. So what they did is they said, "How about you come over here, and if you make us a fair offer, you can just buy everything." So between my friend Zane in Phoenix, Arizona, and myself, we were able to purchase the entire estate. Hold on one sec, gents. My wife just walked out the door and she's like, "Here, make sure you eat your taco." Anyhow, we went over and we bought the family out for a vast amount more money than what was offered by these other two guys. And we transported it all away in a day. And all the Eagles and all the big iron equipment went to one guy, a couple of linears and a few of the other things went to another dude. And I basically just threw the money in because, well, I love the guy. He was my friend. He was my friend and I loved him. So I tried to do everything I could to help the family out, which the number they ended up getting I felt was really fair. Me, on the other hand, I am looking at my trailer that I have out front, and it's completely full of stuff like this. A bunch of little small stuff wrong with it, and I don't want any of it. So I'd rather just see it go to a home that's actually going to play with it and have fun with it. That makes any sense? So that's where we're at. This is the first one out of that series, so we're going to talk about this some more going on. We are going to put this in standby. Now if we come down here and we look, the face of this thing is pretty pristine. There is a slight bend that you guys aren't even really going to be able to see when you look at it. This is at the bottom of the switches. And that's because to get this thing apart, what they did is they put the board in here with all the parts loaded, and then they soldered on all the switches. And it's impossible to unsolder all the switches and get everything to fly apart without having the cabinet slid forward just a little bit. So this thing is 9.5 out of 10. The outside case is in really good shape. The inside of it's in really good shape as well. So what had happened with this is it had a diode go bad and then a cap let loose. So I put a new cap on it and put a new diode in it, and it works fine. It needs to go to a new home. I'm basically going to just start giving this stuff away. Like, literally charge my shop time hours to fix it and get it out of here. Period. I don't want any of this stuff. So it's got a low, medium, high, max. And then this switch down here says loading on the front of it. It's an auto key amplifier. So let's preamp does work fully. This is your OPT standby. This is AM, FM, and sideband, and then your load. And this is your different stages of voltage on your tubes. So we're going to run this in high. That's low, medium, high, and we'll start out in low. All right, let's take a gander around the things here. This is a 1,000 watt slug in peak, 1,000 in average or whatever, 5 watt slug in reverse. And up here we've got a 5 watt slug showing our pass-through tune. So let me grab a hold of the microphone here. Oh, where are you going? Pass-through tune's good. What that translates to on the other side for drive is our 20 watts that we've all come to know and love. Okay, we're going to put this in operate. Hello. Gets us at 30 watts. Go to medium. Hello. Audio. Gets us our 100 watts. We're going to go to high. Hello. Audio. About 180 watts. We're going to go to max. Hello. Audio. About 225, almost 300 watts. Hello. That's low, or yeah, low on the tuning. Hello. Medium on the tuning. Hello. And high on the tuning. So let's go up here. Let's look at the input tunes. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. That's on max. Here's high. Hello, 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 hello. Medium. Hello, 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 hello. And low. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. That's on medium tuning. Hello, hello, hello. That's on low tuning. This is the greatest driver I think man's ever created right here. And the reason I say that is because you have these two levels of adjustment. This is what turns your plate voltage up and down. So you can run this on max, and if you need to pull more power out of it, you can go to medium, low, or go to high. Just by adjusting the plate voltage and not having to fiddly fart around with this. This is a voltage divider / input attenuator on this amplifier. So plate voltage, low, medium, high. I think I'm going to ask 175 plus the ride for this. It's a cute little amp. It weighs next to nothing. I will probably transport this with the tubes in it. I'm just going to fill the inside of this completely full of packing material so the tubes cannot hop out and break. This amp requires 6L 4 6s. Requires 4 of them. 6L 4 6s. Little tiny exhaust fan, and like I said, cabinet's in great shape. It's not too horribly scuffed up or scratched. There are a couple little scratches and nicks, but at this price point, I don't think anybody cares. So on that note, I'm just simply going to wrap it up here. I got to move on to the next piece of equipment and let this cool down. I'm going to throw some bubble wrap in it, make it so the tubes can't hop out at all. And yeah. Gentlemen, my name is BBI. First one to call, text, yell at me, set up smoke signals, flip out their nipples, something. You get it. I'll see ya. Good click.